Countless American cooks of great talent have been denied their place at the table. Now, Michelle Miller tells us one woman is working to give them the recognition they deserve.
Smiling, happy Aunt Jemima, famous for her secret recipe pancakes, waffles, and buckwheat.
Her smiling face has been selling pancake mix since 1889. Aunt Jemima, one of the most recognizable, enduring, and yes, controversial icons in the world of commercial cookery. A happy plantation mammy who had very little to do with the reality of slavery.
The idea of a mammy was a constructed image, and Aunt Jemima was just an additional myth on top of a myth. So I'm going to make cornbread dressing that we have every year for Thanksgiving.
Toni Tipton-Martin, food writer, journalist, and cook, set out to uncover the real faces and real stories of African American cooking in the Jemima Code.
This book was conceived of as a beautiful coffee table book that would contradict the negative, degraded image of this enslaved woman in a box. So this book is from 1827.
Tipton-Martin's own collection of more than 300 rare and historic cookbooks by African Americans was an important part of her research.
Cookbooks are a way women in particular find their identity, right? I mean, the recipes that they choose, the stories that they tell about themselves, all of that is very unique to each individual writer.
Melinda Russell was a free woman of color who published her cookbook in 1866.
She credits the women in the community, the white women, who helped her bring her book to print.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just a really lovely expression of community that existed between the women.
Chef Lena Richard had her own TV cooking show in New Orleans well before Julia Child took to the airwaves.
What we learn about her is how she thought of herself, right? She portrays herself as a lady.
Her own cookbook was self-published in 1939.
The great James Beard lobbied Houghton Mifflin to publish her book.
Oh.
And so in 1940, this book comes out, and it's now called New Orleans Cookbook by Lena Richard. So, but now, guess what?
Her image.
Not there. They removed it.
Ooh, I don't think you cooked enough.
No, I didn't, but this was just for us.
Toni Tipton-Martin hopes these cookbooks, with their stories and recipes, will provide a richer, truer picture of African American contributions to the American table.
There's much more to our cooking and who we've been culinarily speaking. The artistic aspects are evident in these books.
Well, does it pass? Oh, yeah.
And isn't that what Thanksgiving is all about? Sharing food and stories.
It's perfect.
And celebrating our commonality and our differences.
Oh, my God.